Alright, rainbow hair. In 2022, I had created a video explaining the hair color that I hated the most in my life, but reluctantly trying it nonetheless on a wig. Being someone that openly admits to loving every single hair color, these were very strong words coming from me.
2 aren't enough, 3, you need 7.
In 2023 then, I had curated a compilation of the top 5 worst hair colors that you can try from a hair colorist standpoint. And the very first one on that list was this color. When you mix 2 hair colors onto your head, you have to go into it with the knowledge that there is a possibility that one of the hair colors might fade quicker than the other. You can't just apply color onto it. You have to correct both sides so that you even out the color first, and then you can put whatever other color on top of it. After incredibly popular demand, however, today I'm gonna be trying it on my hair. Today, we're dyeing my head rainbow. I am so excited to see how this is going to turn out. Kind of done. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a tiny bit emotional just because I love the current hair color that I have so much. The hair color that I was highly anticipating myself not to like, but also you guys when I shared it. However, after having received considerable encouragements and suggestions from you guys, today I'm finally, and for the very first time in my career, attempting to dye my head rainbow. 6 extremely vivid, bright, unique colors that I'm going to be custom creating and then applying on my hair to see if once and for all we can create something fun, unique, and wholly colorful on this channel. Now, if you've been following me for a little while, you'll know that I'm someone who is a self-proclaimed lover of all hair colors. The brighter, the better. I tend to try literally every single one, and I'm very open-minded towards some colors that might look bad even in society's eyes, but I'm determined to see if it can actually look good. It might come as a bit of a shock to you when I tell you that I've never in my 10 years of coloring my own hair attempted rainbow hair. The literal definition of color. But it kind of falls down to 3 categories for this particular combination of colors. First one is that it's a hair colorist's literal nightmare. As much as I do love colors, one of the things that I love more than anything is efficiency and ease of access for colors. And that I kind of make it my whole channel because I'm literally teaching you how when you apply one color, you can literally throw on another color and immediately create like a whole new thing without having to bleach it, without having to go through extremely tedious processes of change. Like, I try to make coloring super easy. Rainbow disrupts that completely. When I had made this video all about the 5 worst hair colors that you can try from someone who's tried them, the number 1 on the list was the split dye. And one of my main reasons for it was that the colors usually fade at different rates. When I had done my split dye, I noticed that the pink side faded way quicker, and so I was left with this sort of an uneven end result. Second main complaint that I had was that it was a nightmare to color correct. When you have 2 colors, you cannot just slap another color on top because it's still going to look half and half, which is an ugly color to deal with. So then you have to color correct both sides to a single uniform color before then going on with the final one. Rainbow has 6 colors. This means that the color correction process for when it comes to dyeing over it with something else will include 6 different layers of dyes that you have to specifically formulate to cancel every single color out. That is concern number 1. Concern number 2 is the societal aspect. Rainbow has always been seen as a very childlike combination of colors. The very existence of bright colors is always usually associated very much to childlike components, and so it takes very strategic and skilled work to kind of elevate it to something that is pure, high-end, high-fashioned, or luxurious. Third one is obviously kind of political. The rainbow flag and the rainbow symbol has been very closely associated with that of pride, with the LGBTQ+ community. I'm obviously extremely liberal and open to the celebrations and love that they have used something so vivid to represent such an incredibly diverse group of people, and actually absolutely love seeing it paraded down the street. But there is this understanding that rainbow is now also a bit of a political standpoint. But these three things are actually also facing me as a bit of a really fun challenge for me professionally, socially, and politically. I am going to be dyeing my head rainbow, and I'm actually looking forward to it like crazy because I am so excited to then get to the color correction part, to be able to then see just how much I learned in my 10-year tenure, be able to effectively color correct it to a single color at the end. I'm also extremely excited because today I'm going to be using samples from the color line that I am currently developing, but I literally have with me only 3 colors, and we're going to mix up 6 colors out of these using everything that we know from color theory to get there and see just how pigmented they are, long lasting they are, will they bleed together, will they fade, will they run, and how they interact with one another. As you know, from a social aspect, I really cannot stand this silly idea that if you dye your hair, you're immediately deemed unprofessional. It is not something that I follow whatsoever, and I'm really building towards breaking this stigma that color somehow equals unprofessional, alternative, childish. And politically, I love that the rainbow is used as the flag, as the symbol, as the understanding that having a diverse community will only benefit you. I'm very proud to be able to do what I do, and I'm extremely lucky that socially I am accepted. I can only wish that for literally every single person else. And every single person deserves to feel that safety, to know that socially you are accepted, you are loved, you are cherished. So let's mix up some rainbow. Here's my trusted color wheel. We're going to be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. These are the 6 colors that I'm going to be mixing up today using only color theory. So let's get into it. So for the red dyes, I'm going to be going in with literally a staple red. This is just a true red color that I'm currently sampling. I don't think I'm going for super dark colors, so I do think I'm actually going to just be diluting this. One of the things that I definitely want within my own dye line is extremely pigmented colors. Like, look at this. This is just the richness. It's the just dark, beautiful richness. An absolutely true to tone red. I think I am going to dilute it just a hint. I'm going to be using Balmain's conditioner today as my diluter of choice. Red color, done. Next up we have orange, and here's where it's going to start getting a tiny bit fun. So I'm starting with one singular pump of red, and I'm going to go in with sample color mask 2 in our yellow shade. Oh my god, that is so nice! Is this too coral? Here's the orange. I think it's a bit too pastel. That is stunning. For yellow, I'm just using straight up yellow. That's a bit too highlighter for me. Give me a sec. I actually had the opportunity to test out a tiny bit more yellows. Yellow, starting with yellow. Again, a bit more of that mustard yellow. And then because this blue that I want to create is so intense, literally the tiniest little swoosh. That's it. Okay, I've just created a pretty ugly shade of green. Definitely needs more blue. Currently we have a very childlike version of green. I really don't like this green. I'm a very big fan of all greens, but this is just giving swamp. Definitely have things to work on because I'm absolutely not liking the way these greens are looking. This one was kind of the best one, and then I added in some more pigments to try to thicken it up, but all we got is this weird dingy looking green. So for now it's gonna work, but this we're gonna have to improve on. For blue, I think I'm gonna go in with this and maybe dilute it a tiny bit. It is extremely vivid, but it's a bit way too dark. Much better. So this is the blue. I just diluted it with some conditioner, so it's more fitting with the kind of colors that we're going for. Finally, we have purple dash, red, an equal dash, and then dilute like crazy because this is way too dark. Oh, this is so pretty. Current purple, still a tiny bit dark for the type of colors that we want, so I'm going to dilute a tiny bit more. And because I kind of hate purple, I need to shift it a tiny bit. I'm sorry, it's such a bad color. Final shades of dyes: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I'm actually very excited. I'm very excited for it. The one thing I'm noticing that I do not like is that this conditioner as a diluter is way too liquidy. Like, it should still be quite a thick opaque color, and I'm seeing that all the secondary colors are way more watery like than the primary colors, and that is because this bloody thing is too wet. I have with me all 6 dyes. I have with me my mesh, which I'm going to use to keep the dyes from bleeding into one another. Because the one thing about rainbow hair, holographic hair, any time that you are mixing more than 2 colors, you need to be so careful in how you're layering them to prevent them from bleeding into each other, because if these colors blend, it loses the entire effect. I'm really sad to see saying bye to this hair. Frontal, temporal, temporal. Hairdressing jargon for middle, side, side. The reason I'm going to be splitting the middle into its own section is so that when I create a center part and I split it, the thing will look even instead of trying to create either 1 and 1 section or 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. Splitting them into multiple sections will make it an easier application process, but it will mean that it might not blend. Now, because I'm on an eat, pray, love journey with my hair at the moment, I am refusing to bleach my hair as it grows out until it gets just a tiny bit longer, just because I kind of want to preserve my hair. So because of that, we're actually going to be putting our darkest color on it today. Also see how my dyes react on unbleached hair. So here I have my natural root, and I'm going to be going in with my first color, which is going to be red. Bon appetit, everyone. Let's see how this goes. Before I move on to anything else, I do want to do just this to it. Now I basically need to make sure that the colors penetrated, that all the colors are just as dyed on this side as they are on the other. I do think because we're applying the blue on a yellow base, even this will take on either an emerald shade or a bit of a green shade. Just because over here, I don't even think the colors themselves need to look that cool. It's just the effect that I kind of want to perfect. Cool. And we sponge it. Kind of done. Repeat. Oh my god! I am so excited to see how this is going to turn out. This is the extent of the dye that I'm going to do, because this on its own already took a lot of time. And I do feel like rainbow colors do tend to pop more on a neutral background. So I really don't want to touch the rest of my hair, and I kind of still like the way the yellow is popping through. So I do know that when I rinse it, I want to rinse maybe just the front of it and with ice cold water to try to prevent as much bleeding. That being said, I am expecting especially the lighter colors to bleed into each other or be completely overwhelmed by the others. But it's cute, no? I'm gonna do this process for an hour. I'm gonna go have lunch, and then we're gonna see what we end up with. I'm excited in 3, 2, 1. I was going to do a big transformation, right, for you guys, but I saw this as I rinsed it out. First of all, I look psychotic, but I really want to blow dry it before I even get into the makeup, because I need to see how this turned out. Okay, I judged rainbow hair way too hard. It had no business being judged that hard by me. No. So far, holy, this is actually the coolest thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And the best part is, they're gonna be my dyes. Do you see how pigmented that is? Let's get into the makeup. This might be my favorite color combination I have ever done. Ever. What? There's so much to unbunk here. To debunk, to analyze. This thing turned out amazing. Aside from the fact that it was an ambitious concept in general, there's so much of this that turned out amazing. Color payoff is incredible. The reason that this is obviously such an important milestone for me personally, aside from this delivering a very nice end result, is that these are colors and dyes that I'm developing myself. The fact that they are so vivid, so bright, so beautiful on the hair itself, to me personally, is a massive personal achievement. Like, I cannot wait for you to get your hands on them. Second of all, the colors didn't bleed. That was one of my biggest fears. Last time when I dyed my hair yellow, the color bled. It bled and the whole thing it absorbed into it. And I was terrified that this was going to happen again because we were working with much brighter colors. Before it was orange, now I had red that was more overwhelming. Now I had purple that was more powerful. There was green, there was blue, all of the colors that are way more powerful than yellow. And yet it's right there. Look, look! Again, this video was literally a bit of a trial for me to see how these colors mix with each other, and I am so happy with what I'm seeing. Second thing that I'm seeing that I'm so happy with is how well it managed to stain my own hair. Again, yes, there is a discrepancy. There is quite a nice line right over there, but then there's a line literally everywhere. So I'm not fussing about that. What I am very fussy about is how well semi-permanent dyes can penetrate or stain virgin hair. Do you know how difficult that is? Virgin hair is way too close. The cuticle is too closed, which is why most dyes cannot penetrate. And it stained it. It stained. No, I had my reservations about Rainbow Head. I had 3 valid reasons for why rainbow was not a color that I was favoring, that I was wanting to try, but I'm so happy I did. This in particular color payoff, because it was built on a yellow base, means that every single one of the colors are warmer. This means that the end color literally is reminding me of an East African parrot. Just get a money piece, dye whatever you want with it. Your money piece will be fine. It'll look like you have a very impactful hair change, but literally all your hair is fine. Like there's no damage anywhere else. This is the look, guys. This is the look that we spent a few hours planning, prepping, and executing. And I'm so beyond happy to have done it. What happens if you put silver dye all over it? Will it turn a bit holographic? Today I'm not going to be linking the dyes down below just because these are custom dyes that I'm currently formulating. Obviously, if you have any thoughts, reservations, or feedback towards them, I would so highly appreciate it, because I'm working directly off of what you're telling me to put into these products alongside with my own expert opinions from working with dyes for so long. So I am going to be linking in the description box below this necklace and rings that I had custom made by Jewelera. Jewelera is where I had gotten this ear cuff that was so cool, and seeing how many people loved it, they reached out and if we wanted to do a partnership. So if you want to get any of these jewelry pieces, even these impeccably cool rings, and this is obviously a play on my very favorited pearl necklace. So if you want to get that, or the rings, or even the ear cuff, they are going to be linked down below, and you can even use my coupon code to get extra goodies, including a buy one get one free scheme. I am going to be linking them down below, and as always, you're always welcome to check out my own brand, Stellari Hair, which is still going on with its 20% sale before going into one of the nicest launches that I think I'll ever release in my life. Guys, it was a pleasure. You guys reign superior to my own opinions because I shat on rainbow for a very long time. But here we are. Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Tell everyone to subscribe. I want to teach you everything that I know. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll give it a go. And I'll see you in my next video. This is my makeup, by the way. It's cute, no? I love her. I love her.
Hello, rainbow hair update. So this is my hair after 1 swim and 1 wash. Right. So I dyed it last week, went for a swim, went for a wash. Still so crazy vivid. I am monitoring just how it's fading. I'm conscious that over here it seems to have faded, which is annoying because that's my virgin hair. But the rest of it is insanely bright. The blues faded just enough to kind of soften a bit, but I'm so like, this part, beautiful. But to really continue testing it, today I'm going swimming again, and I'm gonna wash it again. So we're going to see in 4 wet environments how this holds up on top of being out in the sun.
And 4 wets and washes later,
Here we are. No, but why am I so proud of this? Why am I so proud? This isn't my hair blown out, by the way. This is just natural. I washed and wet my hair 4 separate times. And everything, I think I personally see that it's still extremely vivid. Like normally these colors fade so quickly, especially yellows. Fair enough, there was yellow underneath, but it's still so vivid. Obviously there is a discrepancy, especially here in the blues. We can see that it's definitely a paler shade. I'm really happy with this because it actually kind of makes it look a lot more hollow than it does rainbow. So this to me is a big flex. One thing, I want to make an even much more of a bigger fuss to my suppliers. It faded from my unbleached hair.
I'm always advocating that you can dye your hair even if your hair isn't chemically processed. And there are dyes that achieve this. It turns out this one does not. It sticks extremely well to bleached hair, which I'm actually super impressed with because bleached hair is super porous. But I'm definitely gonna fix this issue right here. But so far, Stella, very, 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 very impressed. Very impressed. Cute!